They are nursing a 1-point lead. Still stays at 1. And referee sees something. And it's going to be against Tikas. And it's on Fabian. Okay, let's look at the numbers. From the numbers to the third quarter. Good. Look at this. Still good. 47% shooting for Zambales versus 44 for Tikas. But hey, the key stat here is, you know, percentages aside, you can say now that in that third quarter especially, Zambales was able to put up more attempts than Tikas. So you can say they have more or less, you know, pulled even, like 64 attempts for Zambales, 71 for Pampanga. So they have now equally, you can say almost equal chances. Meanwhile, Fabian restores the lead to Tikas on that triple, 87-85. And 1 minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Seesaw battle ensuing here in Pili. And Flores with his first attempt. And then Nilag to clean it up. Tied at 87 all. You know, prior to this, we've had 9 deadlocks, so that's the 10th deadlock, and 10 lead changes. Yes. You got that right. Second foul on Pomera. Well, I guess the arrival of Flores should give somewhat of a reprieve or breathing space for the bigs of Zambales. Remember, the effectivity of guys like David Nilag and Charles Dory have been hampered greatly because of early foul trouble. Meanwhile, quick stint by Flores as Dorde will return. Of course, Dorde has been playing since the first quarter. Meanwhile, Miko breaks the deadlock, 88-87. Wow, I'm amazed. 50 rebounds for Zambales. 10 of those courtesy of Christian Dorde. And then 8 rebounds for David Nilag. Wow. And then 7 for... So 8 by Charles Dorde, 7 by David, and also 7 for Lyndon. Wow. No wonder they're ahead by that much in the rebounding battle. Of course, the only... you know, significant rebounder, actually none, but look at this guys with 11 assists. Santos makes it 91-87. So no, only 2 points scored so far for Zambales. Oh yes, Pomela heard us. So they inch closer now, 91-89. So guys has not shot that much. He is now facilitating. I said he has 11 assists in this game through 3 quarters. So he's now more of a facilitator than a producer. Meanwhile, jumper by Pomela is money. It's a blaze 3 for Pomela. Hey, and quickly with a snap of a finger, the blaze 3 restores the lead to Zambales, 92-91. Gomez. Fabian, opposite angle. It's a miss this time. Outlet. They will up to wait for teammates. Good idea. Pomela. No, nobody there for the rebound. Okay, Bagay says easy. Okay, wait for his teammates to take their positions. He'll use the Santos screen. He will step back against Nilag. No. And they just let the ball go back to Tikas. Oh, Bagay is clipped. And let's see who's it against. There were 2 defenders on him. Okay, it's on Del Rosario. At least, you know, Zambales can give a sigh of relief. It's not on Nilag. But if ever Dave But it looks like Dave will... is Dave still on the floor? No, he has sat down. For sure, they'll bring back Dave later. Oh, Bagais with the miss. Okay, he'll now go for the equalizer. So that should be our, if ever, this will be our 11th deadlock. All right. Hey, kind of sat down for quite a spell, but I guess it's now time for both coaches to start, you know, bringing in their so-called finishing five. Fomela, no. Oh, Fomela gets his own miss. Beats Lyndon. Oh, wow. And look at that. Zambales back on top, 95-92 with 8 minutes left. Munoz. Gomez. This is long. It's short. And ball will stay with Picas. Look at this. Again, a great recognition. You know, the Fomela del Rosario connection has been existent ever since they were in college at the Lyceum Subic Bay. These guys know each other very well. No doubt about it. They give it to the post, Victoria. There's a size mismatch against Gloria. Gloria, of course, playing with 3 fouls. But here's the stop. Del Rosario now against Isidro. This has been the matchup ever since. They put Isidro and Del Rosario. And it's up to you to decide if it is effective or not. Del Rosario for 3. Oh, no! 98-92. 6-point lead for Zambales. Wow. Oh, nice cut. Nice cut. Yes. Jake Munoz. Good movement without the ball. Nets him 2 points. 7 minutes left before we crown our winner. Who will it be? Stay with us until the final buzzer, please. You wouldn't want to miss that. We have a classic developing here. Whoa! Foul. Foul is on Manaloto. So that will send Christian Donde to the line. He will go for 100. First one is good, so they're now 1 away from the century mark. And like what I've been saying a lot of times, you know, the teams in the NBL Pilipinas, 100 points is easy. In fact, you know, if you're a fan of high-scoring games, you will love watching NBL Pilipinas. Okay, 3 fouls on Fomela, but I guess at this point there will be no more sitting down. They'll just probably let Fomela play out the final 6 minutes or so. This is the 4th quarter, so at this point both teams will bring out all their weapons. There's a triple for Lancer Khan, down to 2, 99-97. And a foul given up. Let's see, of course, look at that. The defense was so far away from Lancer Khan, and they were too late to challenge. So, Zambales can go for the century mark. Referees are counting, taking too much time. All right, they bring it in. Gloria, baseline. Gloria too strong, but there's a foul. Good idea there for Charles Gloria. Okay, now that is the 4th foul on Miko Santos. And again, just like in the case of the other players, I believe they'll just let Miko Santos play out the balance of this game until he picks up his 6th foul. Oh, Gloria not helping their cause. So back-to-back misses at the line for Zambales. So earlier, Dorde missing his second free throw after making the first. Oh boy, this is not the time to miss. 2 misses for Gloria. You know, prior to the first 3 quarters, Zambales was shooting 79%, 11 out of 14 as a team from the free throw line. And until almost the same numbers for Ticas, 12 out of 17, 71%. Actually, it's good numbers, but again, no, it is not the time to miss, especially now it's the 4th quarter. It's winning time, you know, especially at the 2-minute mark. So suddenly the teams have put up tighter defenses. Look at this, Lancer Khan, nice sidestep. Oh, there's a foul on Khan. He is fouled in midair. Good thing for Lancer, he can control his body. So at the line, we have Lancer Khan himself, also another former NBL MVP. And also a product of the NBL youth program, Lancer Khan. Oh, so this time Ticas is also missing from the line. Like what I said, this is not the time, right? This is not the time to miss your free throws. No, each miss is magnified 10-fold, maybe even 100-fold. Wow, 2 misses for Khan. But it keeps the game exciting. Oh, look at that. They flick it out. Here's the attack. Extra pass, Del Rosario. No. And referee says enough. They see a foul. And, you know, coaches will say, you know, you will never, all right, you will never go wrong with the extra pass. For sure, the extra pass will always find an open teammate. Ball stays with Zambales. They were top by 2, 99-97, and that score has not moved for quite some time. Mayo, bounce pass inside to traffic, and let's see, horn sounds, but did the foul come before the horn? Yes, it did. And that is now the 5th foul on Nico Santos. Hey, there's still a lot of time, 5 minutes. Okay, Dorde. First one is good. They hit 100. 100 to 97. With 5 minutes left in this contest. Wow, what a game. Now, this is the kind of game that you like to watch again from the very beginning. So if you want to do that, just log on to our, our official NBL Pilipinas YouTube channel and our Facebook account, NBL Pilipinas, and you can watch this game again from the very beginning at your own pleasure. Hey! Santos has knotted the count at 100 all. And 5 minutes left in this game. Oh, steal. Steal by Khan. Khan, bounce pass. They apply the brakes. Khan for 3. Oh! And quickly, there's a timeout. All right, look at this. Santos. The defense was 1 second late. And then they find off the steal. Look at this. Khan. And then the kick out. All right. It's a triple for Khan. And we'll be back for the exciting conclusion. Stay with us, please. So that last shot of Lacercan is counted as a 3-point shot. So our official score is 103 to 100. But still, though this game is far from decided, it's, you know, who will blink first will lose. Oh, steal! Good recovery there by Mayo. Pomela stops and pops to Mayo. No! Ball is loose. It's with Ticas. Chance now for Ticas to pad their lead. Whoops! Oh, that was almost a backward violation there, but Manaloto using the screen. Manaloto, oh, nice roll by Victoria, and Victoria smothered by the defense. Big chance here for Zambales. Del Rosario. Oh, inside, and Nilag is hammered. And now Dave will be tested from the line. Foul is on Manaloto, and all right, this will be, believe it or not, the first free throws in the game. Okay, first trip to the line for David Nilag. So he has not yet attempted in this game, but what a time to come. He has to make both. Ooh, gets the lucky bounce. It's down to 2. So another equally important free throw on the way for David Nilag from the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. He had a solid collegiate career and a split by Nilag, but again, another with a premature entry. So chance now for Dave to redeem himself. Again, 3:59, under 4 minutes left in this very exciting game. And I don't know if that's the right adjective, because this game has been really super duper entertaining, I can say. Ball is loose. It's with Ticas. Shot clock starts at 24. Manaloto. Ganyas open. No. Ball tap. Won by Ticas. Can. They're ahead by only 1. And. Ooh. Offensive foul. Wow, what a development. Okay, so now Coach Jeff Chan will challenge that last offensive foul called on Ganya. And we'll review the video. And we'll be back with the verdict. Hang on, because this might decide the outcome.
As reviewed from the replay center, the challenge made by Ticas Kapampangan was unsuccessful. Offensive foul on CJ Ganya.
All right, so the challenge was unsuccessful. The offensive foul on Ganya will stay. So ball will go the way of Ticas. Look at this. Look at Ganya. Now where's Ganya? Okay, he's on the left side of your screen, and then oh yes, he got entangled and pushed Resty Mayo. Yes, there. Their arms getting entangled. All right. So now this will be a crucial play for Zambales, as they will try to get the lead back as they're behind by 1. Pomela. Pomela still. Pomela. No. They chase it. And out. Woo. And they. Okay. Yes, yes, we're just they hit our broadcast booth, and yes, we're okay. Don't worry, we're okay. We're okay. Yes. All right, so okay, we're back in order, including our equipment. But then again, oh, you admire the hustle of Alan Fomera, just risking his personal health just to save the ball and, you know, probably win this game. So it will mean a sideline inbound for Ariel Manaloto right in front of us. Okay, Bagais. Bagais right now is a double-double, points and assist. Wants to add to that. Of course, this is the time for it. Ganya, Manaloto against two defenders, and there's a foul by Mayo. 2 against 1, and they still give up the foul. It's on Mayo, that's a confirmation. 2:52 left, 14 on the shot clock. Manaloto to trigger. Oh, quick release. Whoa! Yes! Times like this, give the ball to your best player, Lancer Can. Mayo to Fomera. They're now behind by 4, 2 possessions. Fomera, and ball will stay with Zambales. 2.5 left. Again, this game is far from decided. A lot can happen between now and the final buzzer, so do not blink. You might miss something, NBL fans. Baseline inbound for Lindon. Inside, Ednilag is too deep, but Ednilag gets his own miss. Down to 4. Still lots of time. Tikas has to be careful with this possession. A turnover might be fatal to their cause. It's with Bagais, being guarded by the much taller Ednilag. Bagais, yes! Against the much taller Ednilag. So it's the last 2 minutes, winning time in NBL Pilipinas. Hang on, we got a good one here. Ooh, offensive foul. Oh no, a violation on Ednilag, a dribbling violation. Wow, that is big. That is big. Okay, now. Oh, now, wow. Suddenly, it's up to 6. 110-104. Fomera to Del Rosario. Now, what a fourth quarter. Ednilag drops it off to Mayo. Mayo, one-hander. Yes. Cut the basket plus the foul. Hey. Zambales is not yet ready. They are not yet ready to wave the white flag of surrender. Foul is on Ganya. Look at that. This is the possible three-point play for Resty Mayo. And now Mayo, no ifs or buts, has to make this. He has to make this for them to stay within striking distance. Oh! Big miss. And now Bagais will slow it down. They want to make the clock their ally. They'll probably shoot with about 5 seconds left, more or less. Bagais. 5 seconds. Oh, steal. No. Bagais with 1 second left. But look at how much time they chopped off the clock. Chance here for Zambales inside. Oh, wow. Mayo with another potential bonus. And now it's more important, okay, for Mayo to make the bonus. Look at that. The last 2 baskets of Zambales by Resty Mayo. Oh, that's an obvious foul there. Obvious foul there by Gomez. Okay, so now it is now more important for Mayo, because earlier Mayo missed his bonus. He has to make this one to make it a 1-point game. 43 seconds left. Yes, down to 1. So now, Coach Jeff Chan will call a timeout. 110 to 109. They have possession at the moment. Pending this review, okay? They have possession at the moment. 25.36 seconds left. Earlier, before the timeout, Resty Mayo completed the three-point play to cut the gap to only 1. So now, I mean, look, 6 seconds on the shot clock. You know, Ticas cannot just dribble the time away and give, you know, Zambales 19 seconds or so to win the game outright. So, first things first, I believe those Ticas has to score in any form to give them somewhat of an insurance. Okay. So this will be a crucial review by our officials, and they are making sure. Look at that. Look at the expressions on the Ticas players. Say, they are just, you know, literally sitting on pins and needles, waiting for the decision. You could probably say the same for Coach Sultan Celis and his Constructicons. Now they were leading by as much as 8 points. So that's how close this game has been, all right? Again, to recap, no team with a major run can say they were able to stay within striking distance of each other for the whole 48 minutes or 47 minutes, because we still have 25 seconds left.
Ticas Kapampangan basketball.
Okay, so the referee says it's going to be Ticas basketball with 6 seconds on the shot clock. All right, look at this. Look at the Spalding basketball. Oh, yes. It hit the thigh of Resty Mayo. So baseline inbound. This will be another critical inbound. They have to be very careful. And Ganya saving it. And it's a steal. It's with Pumela. Now this is the stop that Zambales is looking for. Game clock winding down. Pumela spinning. Feeding the baseline. Gloria! Oh! Offensive foul on Gloria! What a break! What a development! Gloria with a chance to win the game, but instead he has assessed an offensive foul. Okay, now Coach Celis will challenge that last foul. All right. So again, another crucial review in the works. They are questioning that last offensive foul, that baseline drive of Charles Gloria. So let's see. Of course, again, this will be a very important review, because for sure this review will have a big bearing on who might win this game. Of course, you can see Coach Celis is quite calm in instructing his players. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait for the official verdict. 11 seconds left. Oh, here it is.
As reviewed from the replay center, the challenge made by Zambales was unsuccessful. Foul on Charles Gloria for lowering his shoulder toward his torso.
Fourth foul on Charles Gloria.
Okay, so it was an unsuccessful challenge. The offensive foul on Gloria stays. All right, here it is. Look, Fomera will feed Gloria, and then Gloria with the baseline. Okay, so he hit Ganya with his shoulder. Yes, so it is deemed an offensive foul. Ball will now go to Ticas. They're ahead by 1 point, but I don't know. We might expect, okay, we might expect a foul from Zambales to stop the clock and challenge Ticas from the line. Let's see. We might see a quick foul here. So it will also be very important who will receive the ball. Jelic Fabian will do the honors. They probably might quickly foul the recipient. Here, yes, as expected, there it is. They fouled Khan. And when you talk about Lancer Khan in this game is perfect. Okay, he's perfect from the free throw line, 3 out of 3. So Lancer Khan with probably the most important free throws of this ball game. Again, he is perfect, 3 out of 3. No misses so far for Khan. First one is good. But they're still ahead by only 2. So the more he has to make this, and if ever, that will force Zambales to take a 3-point shot to tie the game. For 2, Khan remains perfect. So now a situational sub, the 3-point shooter Kit Sungguad is dispatched with 9.84 seconds left. So again, they are loading up on shooters. Zambales, they will inbound from the backcourt. Pomela now, clock winding down. Pomela, Sungguad, oh Sungguad, too strong! And they give the foul. We are not yet done. We still have 1 second left, 1.16 seconds. So now Bragais with probably the insurance free throws. Whoa! Wait, we're not yet done. The door is still open slightly for Zambales. Of course, Bragais has to make this. Two misses! Oh, they could not put up a shot on time. They run out of time. And wow, after 48 minutes of very exciting NBL Pilipinas basketball, congratulations to our winners. Tikas Kapampangan, they escaped with a 112-109 win over the very tough, yes, the very tough Zambales Constructing Council. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. This is one game that you could watch again and again. And of course, we have chosen our best player, and he is no other than from the winning Tikas Kapampangan, Jenmar Bragais. Look at that, 24 points, 13 rebounds, double-double to go with 4 rebounds and 6 steals. All right, so 24 points, 13 assists, 4 rebounds and 6 steals. Great stat line for our best player, Jenmar Bragais. Of course, as our best player, Jenmar will receive gift items from our sponsor, Glutamax Men. Again, our final score, 112-109.